Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Alternate Point of View. My name is Tracy Lee, and I have an update. Oh my gosh, you guys. So I was at work. I had to go to work this afternoon, and earlier I did a video about the wild Austin shooting at the Target that happened yesterday right here where I live, just outside of where I live here in Austin. And I thought when they said that it was this guy, this 32-year-old guy, they finally identified earlier today that it was a domestic dispute because of his history, that he had some a protective order he'd violated in the past, that he had some assault charges against him, and it was in the Target parking lot. He didn't actually go into the Target, and it wasn't like a mass situation. And there was a child, unfortunately, who lost their life. So I was like, maybe this was a domestic situation, maybe this was like one of those public drop-off type of areas, that maybe it was a custodial situation. But boy, was I wrong. And, given the very limited details that were given out, even the identity of the suspect, all we knew was this was a 32-year-old white male that had mental issues. That was all the information that Austin PD had put out up until this afternoon. We found out who he was. Other than that, nothing. Crickets, right? Even though when it came to the guy up in New York that went into the building, all just lollygagging, easy peasy. He went in, knew everything about him, where he lived, where he was from. They drove across country, who his parents were, everything. Didn't know a thing about this guy in Austin. Didn't know if this was random, didn't know if it was targeted, didn't know anything. Now, oh my gosh, this was random. So random. And it's just so weird. It makes it even weirder and scarier because this guy just came out of nowhere and took 3 people's lives up, and we have no idea why. So I want to go to the press conference from the Austin police today. This is my first time hearing it. I just saw snippets from the news today while I was at work that said they had identified who actually passed away. But I don't know what the police department actually said. I just know that this was not a targeted attack, as I had theorized that it was earlier. So now I know that this was just random. And this guy literally, I don't know what his thought process was. And clearly I'm not a criminal. So I don't know. And I'm not crazy. So I don't know. Or maybe I am, but I'm not crazy enough to do something like this. So let's see what in the world they have to say about what happened and what awful thing this guy did. So,
united against violence. I'm going to now turn it over to Sergeant Sexton from our homicide unit to go over details of this incident. Sergeant.
Let's start, Chief of Police. Sergeant. Love when they rush to the
Thank you, Chief Davis. My name is Nathan Sexton. I'm one of the 2 homicide sergeants. Yesterday on Monday, August 11th, at approximately 2:15 p.m., officers responded to multiple calls of 911 shooting at the Target at 8601 Research Boulevard. When officers arrived, they found Target employee Hector Martinez Machuca suffering from gunshot wounds. He was transported to the hospital where he was later pronounced deceased. Nearby, officers located Adam Chow, his wife, and their 4-year-old granddaughter. Mr. Chow and the child had been fatally shot, and Mr. Chow's wife had sustained minor injuries. Our investigation showed that the suspect, Ethan Nineker, first shot Mr. Martinez Machuca as he was collecting carts in the parking lot. He then approached Chow's family vehicle, shooting and killing Mr. Chow and the 4-year-old before assaulting Mrs. Chow and stealing their gray Toyota 4Runner. Over the next hour, Nineker committed multiple crimes, including attempting to steal a water truck, causing multiple crashes, assaulting another female driver, and stealing her Volkswagen. He also attempted to break into a Waymo vehicle, vandalized the home of an acquaintance, and was later seen naked in a residential backyard. Officers ultimately located him walking on Montclair Street. After refusing commands, he was tased and taken into custody at 3:06 p.m. As for the charges, Nineker has been charged with 2 counts of capital murder for...
Hold on. I'm sorry. Back up.
Vandalized the home of an acquaintance, and was later seen naked in a residential backyard.
What? Let me back up. This guy did all of that in less than an hour?
Assaulting another female driver and stealing her Volkswagen. He also attempted to break into a Waymo vehicle, vandalized the home of an acquaintance, and was later seen naked in a residential backyard. Officers ultimately located him walking on
Y'all, bless all of these people. So that's a lot. So I don't know what in the world possessed him, what he was thinking. But for whatever reason, this Nineker guy decided to go to Target in Austin, and this poor kid working at Target lost his life, and this poor family and a 4-year-old lost their life. I mean, I really did think this was a angry boyfriend or some sort of ex situation or something like that, but I was obviously very wrong. This is just some random crazy person. And then he takes their vehicle, this family, the Chows, takes their vehicle and wrecks that, attacks another person, takes her vehicle, and then attempts to take another vehicle, and then vandalizes an acquaintance's home, and then is found running naked in the street. I mean, all of this in the span of less than an hour, because the actual incident occurred at 2:15 in the afternoon. And that was in North Austin. He was caught in South Austin. I don't know if y'all know are aware, but that's a lot to accomplish in that span of time in Austin, and especially given traffic here. So that's a lot. But Austin, I have to say, good kudos to them, good job to them, kudos to people who looked out and got him caught. But he did a lot of damage, and got pretty far, considering wow. I just wonder what he was on, if he was on anything, because he's running around naked. Excuse me. But that is the latest news. Again, as I stated in my last video, please be careful, be on the lookout, keep your head on a swivel, make sure that you are watching everything around you. Clearly, these incidences are obviously random. We don't know what people are thinking, what's going on in people's lives, what in the heck is happening. But please pray for all of these people, all of their families. This is awful, awful, awful. And I just can't imagine. And even seeing in my last video, the Target employee that they interviewed. I mean, my gosh, those people probably were just joking with that guy who went out to the parking lot to get those buggies, and now that guy isn't there anymore. So I mean, I just can't imagine how they must be feeling. I feel really sad for them. And that one guy was just shaking like a leaf being interviewed. And I mean, I just think it's got to be traumatizing. It's really, really sad. I can't imagine their trauma. I mean, I can imagine their trauma in some sense, because I mean, you know, if you've had a family member go through something like that, if you've ever been through something like that, then you know what that feels like. So just know that it's awful. But to actually have someone who's lost their life in something like that is horrific. So please pray for those families. And so, yeah, that's the update for this horrific thing that's happened here in Austin. And I hope that everyone will be thinking of the families. And please, again, be on the lookout around you guys. Hold your loved ones close, hug them, kiss them, tell them that you love them, and just be there for each other. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And thank you so much for being a part of the alternate point of view. And we will see you in the next video.